Okay, so the mailman came by and brought something. And it doesn't feel like... I bought this on eBay actually. And it doesn't feel like there is a box or packaging other than maybe this was wrapped in bubble wrap and stuck in a envelope. And so let's see if it is what it was on eBay, because I don't think you can actually sell these on eBay, but they kind of hide what it looks like. I guess it is, but it sure rattles. It sure rattles. It riddles, rattles, and clanks and clacks. So what is it? It is extremely light, so it is definitely aluminum. Oh, with a amazingly stout pocket clip. That is like a extra hard pocket clip. Locked, unlocked. Many of you already know what this is. So unlocked, it is what you just saw. Locked, back closed up. So this is a gravity knife, or what's called a gravity knife, a drop blade, or otherwise. And they're illegal in many places. It's marked D2, but it's either that or it's 8CR something, 9CR something, or something of that nature. And it is a knockoff. It's not an actual XO or OX or however that's pronounced. There's no burr on this side, and on this side, getting right up in here, I can feel maybe, I don't know, I think I rubbed it off with my finger, so it was a super fine fine burr that's gone. And it feels that is definitely shaven sharp. Now, that seems like a very pronounced bevel. It is not a drop point. It is straight. There is a secondary grind up here, a little small bevel. It's a pretty thick looking blade. This is a very steep flat grind. Of course, you know I love flat grinds, but that is very steep. It's very steep. And I don't have a way of measuring. I can see a little bit of a burr, or what looks like a burr on this side, but I mean, stropping will probably take that off. But I mean, I don't know what I call that blade. I mean, it's almost be a nice skinning knife, because the way that blade is got that steep bevel on it, because you really want a big, fat, blunt, sharp tip when you're skinning, because that definitely helps a lot in getting it quickly done. There is a sharpening choil. It's shallow. I'd say it's probably 2 to 3 thousandths below the top of the edge bevel. And I'm looking at this side. Yeah, I can't really feel it, but I can see a very fine burr to this side of the blade. So anyway, you got some finger jimping here, and there's texturing back here for that you can get a grip. Go ahead and lock it. That you can get a grip. So it's got a nice grip to it. I had actually ordered 2 of these. There's one of them that was supposed to be a little smaller, and I don't know, I think they freaked out and scared of tariffs and whatnot, and they sent me a text all of a sudden because it made it to somewhere state next to me and left there and was heading here, and they sent me a text on eBay or message on eBay saying It's been confiscated by the post office. We're refunding you. And they refunded me. Of course, it still shows in transit, and it's not showed up. So I don't know what the deal was there. But like I said, I live in the South, and they don't care what we have. So nobody in the South is going to confiscate anything like this. You literally, I mean, you could probably ship a machine gun in the mail, and if it makes it to the southern states, it's gonna make it to where it's going. Because nobody, well, maybe not, might not, but that won't have anything to do with someone worrying about the legality of the machine gun. So anyway, with that said, so it's open with a large pivot in the back, which would work quite well as a lanyard, to put a lanyard on. Because here's your blade stop, and the way this knife works, so let's open it up. So you can see this right here just basically fits underneath that little ridge to hold this down, which holds the blade in place. Now, there's not a whole lot of noise there. Trying to, you get a little bit of movement. If you're holding it here, you get none, or practically none. You can't really hear anything. So this isn't super tight, and I don't know if there's any magnets in here to hold this in place. I mean, something's holding it in place, but it seems to, although it's as loosey-goosey, you know, you even locked up, you still have a slight bit of movement. So anyway, like I was saying, this blade works like this. So you've got this part right here, which is a blade stop. You got one on each side of the blade, and so you can see it's captured by the top of the knife. You open it, and it begins to slide forward down this channel, and you can. What's that?
A2 be okay?
Okay.
Or you rather have something else?
Well, either that or chili dogs.
There's no more chili. I can make you hot dogs.
That.
You rather have this or chili?
Yeah,
dogs?
that. I guess.
This?
I guess. Yeah. Okay, so like I was saying, whenever you raise this up, this piece, the stop, is allowed to move up and down this channel, and you can see that there is a little bit of movement. You can see it's extremely tight, you know, even for what it is. That is extremely tight. You can hear it, but then once it's out, you drop this back down, which again, this blade stop is captured, and there's no movement. There's a slight up and down. There is a slight left and right. And so that's the whole thing. You pull it open, gravity drops the blade down, and you close it, and it's in the open position. To close it, you drop it down and tilt it up, and gravity closes the blade, and you close it back up. So and so that's everything. That's the whole process of the knife. So let me try to open it as quick as I can. All right. Did you see how lightning fast this one opened compared to this bug out clone on washers? And it's super tight. It's not loose. You saw that, right? I mean, so let's do it again. So, and yeah, I mean, this is definitely faster. I'm being facetious, just by the way, just so you know. If I practice with this a lot, I could probably get pretty quick in opening it. Some people I can see opening it up, you know, decently fast or whatever. And you get it out of your pocket, and so I mean, you're in the down position already, and then as you go to bringing it up, you just hold on to this part and clamp it back down. But no matter how you do that, there is room for error on this part right here, because as soon as you're pulling this out of your pocket, I mean, I'm too close to the desk, but same difference, and you're ready to go. So I can't, you cannot tell me, you can, but I'm never going to believe you, that you can open this knife faster than you can open this knife or this knife. You can't tell me that I'll believe you that you can reliably open and close this knife any faster than this knife or any other thumb flip, back flip, reverse flip, whatever you want to flip it, flicky flick it. You cannot tell me and prove it to me that this knife is any faster. Okay, so if these are illegal because they're fast, then that's a lie, because they ain't no faster than what we got and everything else. If these are illegal because of reliability and opening, then that doesn't work either, because you can catch this on anything. There's any amount of possibilities that will keep you from opening it from this right here. This right here, assisted opening knife. I don't think you can get too much faster than that. Period. I mean, that is what it is. I mean, it's not a, this is not a full actual switchblade. That's the spring right there. And so it can fail. I don't know what makes a switchblade illegal. That thin stiletto blade, there's a lot of knives out there that's got a thin stiletto blade with sharp spots on both sides, and that is an extremely deep grind on the flat blade and the secondary edge bevel. So you can't, I mean, this is legal. This is legal, okay? You got it? This is legal. So I don't see any advantage to this. I don't see what could make this illegal. So if you know, tell me, because I really don't understand what makes this illegal. In Louisiana, that's where I live. In Louisiana, this knife is not illegal. It's legal to own. It's legal to carry openly. You can open carry this knife. Anybody, anyway, anyhow. I have my concealed carry weapons permit. And I don't know that gives me any more advantage than anything else. But let's just say you're trying to rob me in Louisiana. I'm not pulling that out. I'm going to leave it up to your imagination from there, but I'm not pulling that out. And what I'm pulling out is a whole lot faster and deadlier and quicker, and ends the argument faster and more completely and absolutely, with unequivocally, without a continued argument, than this does. So with a concealed carry permit, I feel like you should be able to carry this, a switchblade or anything else, because there is no knife in the world that I know of that is more deadly than what you can carry with a concealed carry permit. So why not these? Then again, I don't know. In Louisiana, these might be made legal to conceal otherwise. And actually, that's kind of changed. I mean, you don't even have to have a permit in Louisiana to carry a firearm concealed anymore. It is considered, if you can legally own a firearm, then you can carry it concealed. Used to, you could carry it openly, but now you can carry it concealed, which I agree with. I mean, I honestly do. And yes, I've had people in my family die from gunshots. But I believe that everybody should have one with them at all times. To me, it does two things. The reckless, crazy people out there go away, and you ain't got to feed them. And yes, there are some innocents that will suffer, but at the same time, I've been on both ends of that. I'm telling you, I have earned the right to speak about this. My history, in my family history, I've earned the right to my opinion on this. And so I say that if everybody had a firearm, it would be like the Old West days, because no one understands what the Old West days really were. And you had very few people shooting other people because everybody had a gun. It's just the way it was. That's why it was a big thing in the Old West for someone to shoot somebody in the back, because they weren't aware that you were there. And that's the only advantage you could have, because they had a gun, you had a gun. If you was going to try and shoot them, you better be faster than them. And so only a select few was out there having gunfights and this and that and the other. And so in the Old West, there weren't as many people shooting as many people, because so many people, everybody had a gun. And so when you know the other guy's got a gun, you are less likely to get upset with the other person, unless you're stupid. In which case, go back to what I said earlier. And I'm going to leave that up to you. But, so, with that said, I'm going to get off my rant. And this right here is, I think it's a great part of my collection now. It, again, is a clone, a very well-made clone. I don't have an actual, and I'm not going to spend that much money on something like this, because there are way too many better knives out there for self-defense and EDC and otherwise than to spend that much money on something like this. I mean, it's just not enough there to justify it. It's cool, it's neat, but I just go buy a clone. I got everything that the other ones has got, and it ain't gonna get no more use than the real thing would get, and I still play with it at a whole lot cheaper price. $20 or $25 is what I pay for this, versus, I don't know what, 200 something, 300 something, or whatever the real one is. And that's all well and good, but I got the fidget factor and the playing factor down, and that's all I want. I don't want to be able to say I have an actual, and I think this is modeled after the XO, the OX, or whatever it's called. And I wish the other one had come in, because I really would have liked it, because it's neat. And I like it, but at the same time, this right here is cool, and I'm going to enjoy fiddling with it and playing with it and using it for a reference, and kind of doing these kind of deals, and this is what I got, and this is how big it is, and so on and so forth. So anyway, with that said, I appreciate you being here. If you like this kind of content, I would ask that you would like and subscribe. And if you don't, like and subscribe anyway, because you are going to find something that you like eventually. And you're probably going to find a lot of it, because I'm uploading any and everything that interests me, and just about everything that interests me. So I thank you, I appreciate you, and I love spending time with you. And I will see you next time. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.